This is the Arrowhead SL14-ST stem kit. Select the link stem kit. It comes with a 14-inch stem, a cutter, deburr, packing gland assembly, 2 set screws, and an Allen wrench screwed for the set screws. It'll also come with a full set of instructions and a template. All the instructions here are in English, French, and Spanish. Here's where you would line up the old stem and the new stem. So let's get to work. So we have a 480 series faucet right here. And we're going to start with taking off the handle. It is extremely important that you get the handle off. That way we can get the complete accurate measurement of the old stem. Now this is a new faucet, so it's got the new style stem, which means it'll have the single nut, not the double nut. Alright. There we go. Alright, so here's our stem that we're going to make. Set the faucet to the side, get our template. And we're also going to make sure that the bonnet nut is threaded off because we want to make sure that we get this measurement. Alright, so you want to line the squares up on the end right here all the way to the screw. Alright, so now that we got them lined up there, in the instructions it's going to tell you to use a marker to do this. I prefer to use a pencil just because you can easily get rid of that mark and make a new one if you need to. So if you have a new style stem, the lines are pretty much going to be kind of close, but where you want to get it is right here where the chrome meets the copper, right a little above it right there. So we're going to mark it about right there. Make a good mark, that way we can see it. Alright, now there is one other way to do this. So if you want to go ahead and you trust yourself, you can go ahead and do this, cut it. Another way that you can do it is like this. So if you take this side of the stem and bump it up against the chrome piece, and just make sure that it's on the brass. You line it up, and you'll see that it lines up right there. Now this method has been tested by many plumbers, and we actually kind of prefer it this way. So that line would actually probably work, but I'm going to actually erase that. I'm going to make it just a tad bit bigger. And that way the stem is just a little bit longer. Alright, now that we got our mark and we're pretty confident on the mark, we're going to cut the stem. So the way you want to use your cutter is you want to make sure that the pipe is laying between the groove here. So there's 2 wheels, you want it right in the groove right there. So then you're going to line your mark up with the cutter. We're going to slide it in. And the way you want to do this is you want to get it tight. You just want to make sure that your cutter is on the mark. Just double checking. Alright, so now that we got it snug, we're going to do a couple rounds here, and we're going to tighten it up again. You want to make sure that the cutter wheel stays in the same groove as you go around. So that way you get a good even cut, and it looks good. Alright, so this does take a minute or two. So we're just going to try to hurry up and get this done real quick. So as you go, you'll see that the groove is going to get deeper. That's what you want. It means that the pipe is actually getting cut. There we are. Now that it's cut, we're going to use the deburr tool. We're going to deburr the inside and outside. So this is the deburr tool. We just want to make sure that there's no burrs or anything. That way our packing gland, when we put it in there, it doesn't get damaged in any way. Alright, so now that we got it deburred, let's go put our packing gland on and put it in the faucet. Alright, now we're going to put the packing gland on the stem that we cut since we got it to the right length. So it just slides on, and you want to tighten up these set screws right here. There should be 2 of them. We already got them pre-started in there just because they're so small. We were afraid they were going to get lost here around the shop. And make sure they're tight. Alright, now we're going to insert the stem into the faucet. Now, if your old stem had the double nut on it, you're going to notice that the new style square on the end is going to be bigger than the one you have. What you're going to have to do is you're going to take a metal file and you're going to have to shave about a 1/16 inch off of each corner of the square. So all 4 corners, just 1 or 2 hits with a metal file should do the trick. So once you got that done, slide it in the faucet, tighten it up. That noise can be something. Sorry about that. Alright, so now we're going to get the stem tight. Alright, put our handle on. Make sure that everything is good. Alright, it is tight. She's sealed up, ready to go. And that's how you cut the stem for the SL14-ST stem kit.